Hey, how's it going, everyone? Saintsfan back again with another GTA 5 video, and today we'll be taking a look at the brand new vehicle, the Turismo Classic. This thing is amazing, and ultimately the question that we're going to answer at the end of this video is, should you buy it? And spoiler alert, yes, you should. I mean, I've done a few videos on it. I've done a video a few weeks ago on all the customization. I did a video on it and the Infernus Classic, comparing them to some of the other cars in the Sports Classic class. And if you don't know, this thing completely breaks the Sports Classic class. It beats the fastest cars, the Sterling GT and the Infernus Classic, by a good amount. So if you're looking to race in the Sports Classic class, this is definitely the car you're going to want to own. Now, some things about it apart from the performance. If you're looking to buy it, it is, I think, $705,000 or $715,000. If you want to upgrade it fully without any of the customization, I believe it's $864,000. So not that bad, honestly. And for the performance, like, that's an absolute steal, man. It's on par, at least in, just going around in free roam with some of the best cars. I mean, maybe not the Nero or the 811 or any of the top end supercars, the T20. But with some of just the regular supercars and the regular sports cars, this thing can handle its own. So because I did the tests when these cars weren't actually in online, I couldn't do like the speed tests, or I couldn't do the official like track freeway drag test. So to give you an idea of how the Turismo Classic compares against some of the other cars in their categories, I compared it against the Sterling GT, which was the fastest car in the Sports Classic class. Then I also compared it against the Massacro, which is the fastest sports car, and then the Turismo regular, so the supercar. So this is the freeway drag race. It's not anything, I mean, it's not like a super crazy test here, just to get an idea of the times and how it accelerates, how it handles top speed. The Turismo Classic, as you see, comes in at 23.62 seconds, so fairly quick, not anything too crazy though. Next up, I tested it against the Sterling GT, which, like I said, was before these two classic cars came out, was the best car in the Sports Classic class, and it actually has a time of 24.76. So the Turismo Classic is 1.1-ish second faster, which doesn't seem like a lot just in this, but if you, let's just say we're going on a super long freeway drag race, then the Turismo Classic would just smoke the Sterling GT out of the water. Now, do keep in mind, for racing purposes, you're not going to be on super straightaways, for most of the race. You're going to probably be doing a lot of turns, and you won't be on the highway, let's just say, a lot of the time. So these tests aren't the best for that. But I will say the Turismo Classic does have incredible traction, and because of that, it does beat the Sterling GT in the lap times for the races. As for the Massacro, this is next. So this one is, like I said, one of the top-end sports cars, and this is actually pretty damn close to the Turismo Classic. So it has a time of 22.9 seconds. So only 0.7 seconds of a difference between the Turismo Classic and one of the fastest sports cars. I thought that was really good. And then the regular Turismo, just because it's in the super class, it will be a little bit faster. It has a time of 22.6. So this one is about 1 second faster than the Turismo Classic. Although I will say, and you saw this maybe in the tests when I did it in free roam at the airport, in that sort of environment, the Turismo Classic does keep up, really good and really close with the Turismo R. And I think that actually might be because of the suspension glitch. The Turismo Classic, I noticed during some of these tests, when we were going on super straightaway paths, you could hear the suspension sort of buckle and glitch out, and that's where it does gain a little bit of its speed. It's not super crazy like the 811 was, like the RE7B was, or even, I guess, like the Infernus Classic sort of is. Also, speaking of the other glitch where you can't turn left, the Turismo Classic does not have that affected, so don't be worrying about that. You can turn left in the Turismo Classic, which is a good thing. So that's a little bit about the performance. I would say, I mean, it obviously is the best sports classic car, but I'm going to assume that most casual players don't plan on racing in the sports classic class very often. So you just want to know how it, handles in free roam, and it handles phenomenally. Like I said, the traction, the handling is really solid, and you do get the burst of speed and all that can get you away from, let's say, a Hydra Pilot, or even if you're getting chased by a supercar or a sports car in free roam. Unless you're on the highway and you're just going in a straight line, you should, if you're a decent driver, be able to get away from them, be able to outrun them, because the Turismo Classic does so well in those sort of environments. So I think it's a really fantastic free roam car. And I mean, and all of this, by the way, is not including the customization and how this car looks. I mean, maybe this is just my opinion, but this might be one of the best cars that Rockstar have ever implemented in GTA Online in terms of looks and in terms of how it compares to the car that it's based off of. This is based off of the F40, which is a super old car, and it looks almost identical. I mean, it's a great looking car. It's got some really solid customization options. I mean, normally it seems when Rockstar add cars to the game, they either look good and they don't have any customization, or they're an alright looking car but they have a ton of customization. This is kind of like the perfect blend because it's a great looking car and it has a decent amount of customization. I'll be doing a video, speaking of customization, later on about some of the best paint jobs that you can use for this car. So if you're curious, if you bought it, you want a nice looking paint job, be on the lookout for that. Also, I forgot to mention this at the beginning, but I'm doing a shark car giveaway on my Twitter. I'll be announcing the winner later today. So if you want to get this car for free, then go to enter that shark card giveaway. But all in all, the Turismo Classic is, I would say, a must buy. I mean, unless you don't have any money, this thing is just, it's so fun to drive. It's got the classic, you know, sort of nostalgia vibe, and it looks great. So, I mean, you got like all three of the biggest components, you know, for that you kind of want in a car. So let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Did you buy this car? Are you planning on buying it? Or are you just going to hold your money until, you know, the next DLC? Anyway, that is it. Thank you all for watching. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more awesome GTA content. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.